Well, hi. Welcome back to Fox Ridge Philately. This is episode 16. It is Saturday, January the 4th. And I think at the start of my last episode, I gave you a little glimpse of outside and we had snow down, but I said we're having some mild weather come and it would take our snow away, which it did. And we were right back to bare ground, but the snow has come back again. And you can see out there, that's the backyard. There's a light snowfall there right now. I got a pile of stock books here. Do you ever get to the point where you got a lot of stuff lying around and you get overwhelmed a little bit? I was working on just some Isle of Man stuff here earlier and going through the Davo albums of Isle of Man and cleaning a couple things up. But then I started pulling some stock books out of the closet and looking and said, wow, it's a lot of fun actually. But at the same time, I was like, I don't even know what's in some of these. So maybe we'll just take a look and see if we can find out just for kicks in some of these. You can see this one is German commemoratives. It's got a catalog value there of what's in there. This one is, what do I say here? USA stock, some mint. And this is part of the large collection that I had purchased. And some other odds and ends. So we'll do a little survey through a couple of these stock books. If that sounds like fun, just come along and join. Okay, I set a couple of those larger stock books aside. The one that said German Definitives, as well as the USA stock book. And got a few others here kicking around. Let's just find out what's in some of these. I think I know what's in this one. Yeah, it's a stock book I purchased at a Stamp Club auction. I want to say it was in the summer, might have been in the spring, I don't know. And it was all horse topicals. And so I remember, because you can see there's a lot of blank spots here. I pulled a number of stamps out of here because I do have a horse topical collection going. Still not sure exactly what I'll do with that. I've had a couple suggestions from a couple of you, which is helpful. And I haven't done anything with it lately at all. These would just be extra at this point. And maybe if I go back through, I'll find some that are of interest to me just to hang on to. Otherwise, these will be stamps I'll likely be, that's kind of a neat one there, Mongolia. I'll be looking to get rid of at some point. So if you are a horse topical collection, or if you have, sorry, a horse topical collection or looking at starting one, maybe you'd let me know and I can help you out. Various countries, no particular order, nothing of any value here. All very common stamps. See Hungary there, Poland. Or perhaps I'll just put them back in an auction later on down the road, or combine them with something else, kind of as an auction lot. Might keep the stock book though. It's always handy to have an extra stock book or two kicking around. Yeah, so odds and sods of horse topicals. Bulgaria, Romania. Of course, if you remember correctly, you know that last month in November, my partner and I spent some time in that part of the world, Bulgaria and Romania, as well as Serbia, Hungary, Austria. I think I'm missing a country. Serbia, country. Can't remember what that would be though. Oh, Croatia. Yeah, Croatia. We were on the Danube. These are extras. Greenland souvenir sheets in here. And you can see it has a Scott catalog number. And and some of them have the catalog value as well as what they are originally being priced at. So these are in glassines. You see it's kind of grayed over. That's just because they're in glassines, that's all. A little added protection. So I do have a Greenland album started of Vario sheets. I'd love to add to it at some point, and those are extra Greenland ones. And I have a Sweden collection too in a binder, a really nice Sweden collection. So you see those are Sweden, if you're wondering why I'm talking about that. And these are nice sheets. These I haven't looked at yet. I think I probably need these, but that's just an educated guess on my part. These are fairly recent stamps. These are just full of mini sheets, souvenir sheets, whatever you like to call them. So as I said, there's Greenland, now it's into Sweden. I'll zoom out here a little bit. And it continues on. More Sweden. Oh, there's a horse souvenir sheet of Barbados. I've certainly seen that stamp plenty of times. And Gibraltar. Actually, Gibraltar is the next country in the British Commonwealth that I'm trying to work my way through. And I have a really nice set of 102 cards of Gibraltar stamps. Quite a high catalog value. So I'm looking forward to diving into those, but I'm low again on Vario sheets, so I'll have to order some more or pick some up somewhere, or make some accommodations as far as how I'm going to tackle Gibraltar for now. So different countries here we're into. Tonga. What is that one? Gosh. Ceylon. The eyes are terrible sometimes. Quite a nice, very large Tonga souvenir sheet there. See cataloged at 70. Turkmenistan horse stamps. Could add those perhaps to my horse collection. Not sure if I have those in there. Yeah, these are just odds and sods. Guernsey, right there. Norway, another country I'd love to tackle at some point. Niger, Norway, Land, Norfolk. Nope, not Norfolk, is it? No. Excuse me for a moment. If I can just pull that out of the glassine, take a look. Yeah, that's a Land as well. Yeah, these have just been sitting in here, waiting for me at some point to do something with them. Oh, there's a Iceland first day cover. I'll have to add that to my, I didn't even know that was in there, to my Iceland collection. And there we are here, Captain James Cook. And I have started a Captain Cook topical. It's very small at this point, although I have quite a bit I can add to it, pretty sure. So that could be fun. And let's see, what's in this one? I think this is just single odds and sods. Yeah, there's some Switzerland here. And I do have a Switzerland collection in binders too. These are likely all doubles for me. I think pretty much all of us are who collect have this happening from time to time, where you just have an accumulation of stuff that you haven't looked at or haven't touched. These are Belgium. And you may or may not ever get to. But you'd like to think, at least I like to think that, yeah, someday. And it's an organizational part that I really enjoy too. And I've mentioned that before. You kind of disappear in your own world when you're working through stamps. In Poland, I have a Poland collection in Davo albums. It's a little thin through the 30s and 40s, so maybe I can find something in there to add to it. There's some more recent ones there, a set of definitives. I'll zoom out a bit for you. More Poland. Yeah, just Poland, nothing valuable. Nice looking issue of definitives in here. Kind of attractive. Skip over a couple of pages. Still in Poland. Oh, Philippines. And I've never had a whole lot of interest in Southeast Asia, though pretty sure that there's a philatelic friend on the other side of the country, the left coast, as we say here in Canada, that will be sending me a nice collection number of China stamps from before and after the revolution. So I'm actually looking forward to that and learning something from them, because I know next to nothing about China or any Southeast Asian or East Asian countries and their stamps. There's a Tonga one there. Those are Tongas. Papua New Guinea, so South Pacific. This is just looks like a mix of things in here. I see Nigeria, I see New Zealand, Swaziland, Madagascar, and then we're into, yeah, just empty stock pages there. And this binder I know, as well as that stock book, came with the purchase of a collection. It was the Antarctic collection I purchased from a good friend of mine who doesn't live too far from here, about an hour's drive. And I was always interested in his Antarctic collection, so he finally let that go. And I think I showed part of that once before. And he knows also that a couple times I was looking just for fun for some South America stuff. Again, this is a collection I've not gone through at all. And I'll add this to the someday list. Argentina. I would like to put together a Argentinian collection at some point and learn a little more about the philatelic history and the history. That's what I've always enjoyed too, is learning about the history of these places and countries. What can the stamps tell us? Who is portrayed on the stamps, what is portrayed on the stamps, and why. Really can learn a lot about the story of a country by studying its philatelic history, because that's what was considered important at the time for that country when they issued the stamps. Brazil. In Chile, I'd like to do a Chilean collection too. I've never traveled to South America. My partner has, but it is on the list. I got quite a long list of places I'd love to get to someday. And Chile, Argentina would be on that. Colombia. And Colombia, as you likely know, but not everybody does, is with an O. It's not Colombia, it's Colombia. That's me perhaps coming through as a former geography teacher. I always found it annoying, or find it annoying, when I see Colombia with a U. They might be thinking Christopher Columbus, but Colombia, the country, always with an O. So just some common commemorative stamps here from Colombia. Ecuador. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. More Ecuador. And quickly, just one more. Says here, Bolivia, Argentina, Peru, and Greece. I see that is the case in here. There's Bolivia. Of course, Greece is not in South America, but I do know the friend of mine that I got this from is a big fan of Greece. I think he and his wife have been there, gosh, I want to say 6 times, several times anyway. So it would not surprise me if there are a few stamps in here. And more Argentina. Oh yeah, this will be a lot of fun to look through and study. A lot of work to be done here. A lot of hours if you want to put in the time. Argentina, a few Venezuela. And, oh, yeah, there is more, and I do see Greece. Look at that. Greece has a lot of nice stamps. It's another area of the world that I haven't done any work with philatelically. I know there are a few folks out there that do collect and study Greece stamps. Oh gosh, there's a YouTube channel I have a subscription to. I'm trying to remember which one it is, where there's a gentleman, and it's a club. I'm not sure it's the New York International, what's it called? Stamp Collectors of New York. It might be through there, where periodically, I might have the wrong one, but you could do a YouTube search on it. There's a gentleman there who periodically gives a presentation, really well done too. And you can find them on YouTube, of Greece and that area of the world. He knows the stamps and the history very, very well. And there are several episodes. And these are all Greece stamps. Wow. Thanks, Bill. Lots to go through there. And then it's just empty stock book at that point. So let's go back to the beginning. And it said Bolivia, Argentina, Peru, and Greece. Did I see Peru? It's the only one probably in there. Saw a handful of Venezuela too. Very quick little run through of some fun stuff. So there's a lot in here that I won't use or I have no use for anymore. Some of the Greenland odds and ends in there I know I wouldn't as well. Probably some of the Sweden stuff as well as the horses. I'm gonna figure out a plan for those. As I said, you probably have some of that stuff kicking around too. And if you have a plan for some of those things that are extras or any thoughts or ideas, please let me know. And maybe I'll look at a couple other stock books next episode. I'll pull out maybe the Germany or USA just for fun too. But I've got lots we could go through over time. You've seen this before, but there's what the closet looks like. Davo albums and other albums, and then the bookshelf over here with Davo albums and other random bits, and some nice collections down there in the binders as well. Yeah, so we'll do a tour of a few of the stock books and other random items from time to time, just for fun. So nothing too serious today, but I always enjoy when you folks or someone out there gives a flip through of some of the material, which might be kind of boring or repetitive to them, but to me or others that are watching say, oh, those are new. I've never seen that before. And it kind of piques my interest. So maybe you found something there that piques your interest too. I hope you're having fun with your stamps too and staying safe wherever you are. Take good care.